Fuck you, Dostoevsky. You were supposed to be my friend. And right at the last moment, you're like stabbing me in the back. So as I'm thinking this, the Russian official is like looking at me dead in the eye. Я сейчас задам вам ответ. Я хочу правильный ответ. Спрошу только один раз. I will ask you one question, and I want to receive a correct answer. I will only ask you one time. So at this moment, I feel the weight of the whole situation. I really wanted to get out of Russia. I had lived there for like 2 years, and I was ready to get out. And I knew that however I would answer this question would determine whether I would be able to do so or not. My last year spent in Russia was in a small apartment with a Russian couple, Boris and Elena. Elena was great. You know, she spent time with me talking about Russian culture and gave me the chance to practice my Russian. And, you know, she cooked for me and all that kind of stuff. And then there was Boris. Boris was a dick-shaped piece of shit. He never uttered a single word to me in the whole year I was there. The whole conversations with him were like, or pointing at things and if he wanted me to do something. So when Elena offered for Boris to take me to the airport on my last day there, I was a bit reluctant and was like, yeah, whatever, you know, I'll get Boris as a taxi driver because it's easier. Yeah, fuck Boris. But anyways, I get in Boris's tiny Lada with my huge suitcase, and we drive to the airport. Not a single word, just a few grunts. And 20 minutes down the road, he stops at a random house and he picks another guy up. And the guy sits in the back of the car, and I'm looking in the rear view mirror, and the guy looks exactly like fucking Boris. And I'm looking at Boris, I'm looking at the guy, it's like the fucking exactly the same. It's like, and Boris looks at me, it's like, oh yes, he's my twin brother. He can speak. And then Boris starts speaking to me, right? It's like, I like you a lot. And now I will sing a Russian opera for you with my brother. So the next 40 minutes of this car ride to the airport is with him and his brother just singing Russian opera to me. And it's like, okay, yeah, whatever. We get to the airport. I get out. I try to give him some money. He doesn't want the money. It's like, in Russia, we give, we don't take. So he grabs me by the shoulders, give me 3 kisses. And then he continues singing Russian opera as I walk into the airport. It's like, okay, whatever. Anyways, I go to the airport, check in my luggage, and then go through customs. Everything is fine. I start feeling a bit more relaxed. I'm ready to start this next chapter in my life. And then in Russia, after you do the security check, you have to choose whether you're going to be going through, the green or red line, if you have anything to declare or not. I have nothing to declare. So I go through the green line, and then obviously they stop me because I'm Italian and I smile. And they open my suitcase, and on top of everything, there's my copy of Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky. And the girl starts looking at the book, and then she's like, sir, this book was issued in 1989. I was like, okay. You cannot take anything out of Russia that was issued before 1990. I was like, okay, well, yeah, you can keep it. I can buy another one at the airport library, whatever. It's like, no, you don't understand. You went through the green line. You said you had nothing to declare. So now we have a problem. It's like, okay, yeah. And then she starts making a phone call. And next thing I know, I see like 2 officials marching towards me as if they were going to like some high grade, military fucking meeting. They come to me, older guy, young guy, and the older guy starts speaking to me in Russian. It's like, what are you doing here? Why do you have this book? Why did you purchase this book? It's so old. Couldn't you just buy a new one from the library? How can you speak Russian so well? I'm like, yeah, I don't know. So I start answering the questions, and then the guy gives the copy of the book to the younger guy behind him, and as he does so, like a piece of paper slips down of the book. And the young guy picks the book up, picks a slip of paper up, and starts looking at them. And in the meantime, the old guy is like questioning me about things. And then he tells me, like, okay, so now I'm going to ask you one question. I want you to answer it correctly, and I'm only be asking this question once. I'm like, okay. Do you have anything else that was issued or produced in Russia before 1990? And I totally fucking freeze, because the week before I went to this little antique shop and just bought a bunch of random shit, like Russian icons and paraphernalia, whatever, from the 18th century and all kind of stuff. And this is all in my check-in luggage. And I'm like, shit. So if I answer yes, I'm gonna be losing my flight because they're gonna be checking all this shit I got. If I say no, there's a chance that he's not gonna believe me, right? Anyways, I say no. The guy looks at me and then, kind of deciding whether to believe me or not, looks at the guy behind him. And he's like, everything okay? And the guy is like looking at the piece of paper he found inside the book, looking at me, looking at the guy, and is like shoving the piece of paper back in the book, giving it to the older guy, and says, yeah, everything is okay, so I'm free to go. So like, shit, finally. So I board the plane, everything seems fine, and then the plane gets delayed, and there's a message on the announcement, oh, we have to delay the plane because they need to take a piece of luggage out of the plane. Like a fucking shit, it's like, they're so close. And like waiting there, sweating, and then 20 minutes go by, and then the hostess just closes the airplane doors. Like, fuck, shit, okay, we're out of here. So we're flying in the air. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna finish this book, Crime and Punishment, before I fucking leave this country, because I just want to do it. How very fitting. I take the book out, and I'm holding this piece of paper that was inside the fucking book, and it's an itemized copy of the fucking receipt from the antique shop. Dating everything that I bought, dates of the fucking thing. Thank you.